Cindy Avery.
Cindy from Kokomo, Indiana.
Yes.
I saw you pumping ethanol. What do you think of ethanol?
I've been real happy with it. I've been using it since about November when we bought the car, and my husband and I both have been real happy with it.
What do you see as far as power?
I see that it's working as well as any of the other gasolines would work. Obviously, the price is great, but as far as mileage and things like that, we've not seen much difference in it at all.
I see you found where you can buy ethanol in Marion. Can you find it in Kokomo?
Yes, we can.
How do you find the corn to buy?
Well, we have grain merchandisers who work here, who are talking to farmers every day. Our first year, we've talked to a lot of elevators. We've had to bring in corn from as far as probably 60, 70 miles away to keep the plant loaded. We grind about 18 million bushel of corn a year. So we need a lot of corn. And for those farmers that are watching today that haven't been to the plant, haven't met our merchandisers, I'd invite them to come out. I'll take you on a tour of the plant, show you what we do. I think you'd be tremendously impressed with our ability to handle grain. We just don't have waiting lines. We have 2 dumps our grain legs do about 35,000 bushel an hour. So semi trucks are not here very long, double scales in and out. And I think you'll find our price to be better than the marketing options that local farmers have had available to them. This year we'll spend, at these prices, we're going to spend upwards of $120 million on corn.
So you're looking for farmers to sell corn?
We're looking for farmers. We're looking to buy corn directly from farmers. We don't want to bring it in here from Iowa or somewhere else. I'd rather that money stays right here.
Right here in Grant County?
Exactly.
Will my car run on E-85?
Well, any car can run on E-85. You need to do a little bit of research and talk to the right people. Tim Page is one of those guys. He's done quite a few installations of conversion kits and is well versed. Also, the conversion industry, you usually can get a direct line to a live person. We're not affiliated with any of them, but we've, as employees here, want to use ethanol, and we've used a couple of different conversion types. You can talk to them, and they will easily be able to tell you whether or not you can or can't run E-85 and get a conversion.
And Larry, I know in the plant you're fighting bacteria all the time.
That's a big part of what we do in here is monitor the fermentation process, and as you said, bacteria. We need to keep those to an absolute minimum because in our fermentation process, we want the yeast to use the sugar and convert that to ethanol. We don't want the bacteria to use it. We don't want them to have the food, the glucose, the sugar, and we want to maximize our production. And so, one of the things we have to do is to keep the bacteria, at an absolute minimum.
You have all this battery of tests that you do.
We monitor in the fermentation process 8 different compounds. The first 4 give us an indication of how the starch, which originally came from the corn grain, that's being broken down sequentially into shorter chain lengths. After all, starch is just a big long chain of glucose molecules. But it has to be broken down all the way into glucose for the yeast to use it. So we monitor that breakdown of starch, and then we also, as we were just talking about, look for signs of infection, which is indicated by increases in lactic acid and acetic acid, and then of course we're monitoring the production of ethanol.
Eric, you have worked for a number of years in other industries, but hired on, and you were on the ground floor of the opening of the plant. How's it been going?
No, it's been going real good. I'm glad to have the opportunity to be able to start fresh with a new company, and it's a big learning curve going from an industry that's brand new to you and learning the whole thing and being able to perform your job is a lot of fun. It's exciting.
You're a shift supervisor. Just what do you do in here?
Mainly, I have 3 guys that work with me, and we monitor the plant. There's a lot of parameters that we need to watch and maintain. It's not uncommon for those parameters to exceed their limits. So we just shift the manpower where it needs to be just to keep the plant running. It's very neat to see how much technology there really is here, and to be able to learn it and learn it at such a quick pace. I mean, they really taught us well, sent us through training, and it's neat to see that so many people were able to grab a hold of it, wrap their hands around it, and we operate this plant.
Working here in the control room, Eric, you do a shift rotation. How's that work?
It works out well. The shift rotation, when the guys come in, we usually have a list of items that are to be turned over, stuff that happened throughout the day that they may not know about, to watch out for.
Eric, extremely highly automated plant. I mean, without the computer, how would you do it?
Oh, you really can't. I mean, there's just so many valves, so many functions that the computer does for us that you really just can't operate this plant without it. It gives us information from temperatures, pressures, anything that is going on, flow rates, any problems that are exceeded that we need to bring to somebody's attention right away and fix. A lot of valves we can turn right from the computer, pumps that we can start from the computer that take away a person actually having to go out into the field and do it. We can just do it from right here at this seat.
What excites you most about coming to work here at Central Indiana Ethanol?
It's a complex process. There's not too many jobs where you have everything from microbiology to just anything. There's physics, there's chemistry, everything's involved in this. Mechanical engineering, that's what I like about it.
What's your background?
I was actually in the Navy for 4 years.